Well, well, well. Just as much as the sun rises and the moon sets, Ubisoft has revealed that it's got a new Far Cry game coming out and it's called Far Cry 5. Straight away I'm mad, because it's not Far Cry 5, is it? It's Far Cry 7. Far Cry 5 was Far Cry Blood Dragon, and Far Cry 6 was Far Cry Primal. And that one pissed up the wall because it didn't have any dinosaurs in it. But either way, it's Far Cry 7. Call it Far Cry 7. I don't care that those games didn't have a number associated with them. They don't vanish from existence. I still know that they're there, so go back to the drawing board and sort it out, Ubisoft, or I'm coming down there and I'm going to beat you with a baguette. Is that offensive? I said beat them with a baguette, and they're French. And obviously the baguette is known to be from France. No, I don't care. Right then, Far Cry 5. Everybody out there is all excited about the reveal, and obviously a trailer and some screenshots just aren't enough. But that's why I'm here, to make your life better. So brace yourself, because here's 6 amazing facts about Far Cry 5. Number 6. It has a bunch of WWE Superstars in it. You see this artwork that Ubisoft released for Far Cry 5? It's pretty good, right? It's all intriguing and wanting you to ask all the questions before you get the answers. Well, something no one is talking about, and they really should, is that it's also clearly showing us that 3 WWE Superstars are in the game. First off, on the left here, we have former world champion Daniel Bryan. Don't pretend it's not him. That long, out-of-control hair and full beard would make a cat purr, and it's undoubtedly the same person. Furthermore, this schmo is wearing a plaid shirt. And you know who else loves a plaid shirt? That's right, the leader of the Yes movement, Daniel Bryan. If we then move to the center of the image though, well, looky here. That's clearly former WWE performer, now UFC fighter, CM Punk. He's even got his hands outstretched, ready for them to be slapped, because that's what pro wrestlers love to do when they enter the ring. So that's 2 for 2. Finally on the right, we've got everyone's favourite Irishman, Sheamus. Sure, he's got a different hairstyle, but you can't say a spade isn't a spade when it's obviously a spade. And that's Sheamus, he's a ginger spade. Right, put that to bed. Number 5, can't swim in the game. An odd decision with many open world games is that if you take your main character and go to a lake or a sea or a bed of water and try and get in it, the character just dies. Now this doesn't make any sense because that's never happened in the history of the world. No one's ever touched water and then collapsed dead, but the worrying thing is that apparently Far Cry 5 is going to do the same thing. In one of the original teasers for the game that came out last week, look what we have here. That is a man face down, floating along in the wet stuff because clearly he tried to swim before realizing the reality he found himself in wouldn't allow it. And what a joke that is, because everybody can swim, even a toddler. And while said toddler may cry its eyes out the whole time and you, the bad parent, ignore that, it's still a fact. So in short, Ubisoft is basically telling us that Far Cry 5 is dumber and stupider than a human that doesn't have a fully formed brain. Unless, of course, whoever this is just sleeping. You don't sleep in the sea. That's what a bed's for, numbnuts. Get a grip. Number 4. In the world of Far Cry 5, loud noises make people fall over. I would assume the real joy of working on a video game is the fact that it's not real. You can basically come up with whatever you want, and you can then put that in the game, and no one's really going to question it. I mean, that's why Dark Souls existed, right? Because the developer somewhere hated themselves, and they wanted to spread that hate across the globe. Mission success. In Far Cry 5 then, it's quite clear that all the inhabitants are suffering from an inner ear problem, which means when they hear a loud noise, they just fall over like losers. Case in point. Look at that, running along, happy as Larry, whoever that is, and then there's a loud bang, and he goes down quicker than the Steam controller's public interest. Before you say, but Miller, he was clearly shot. Well, no, he wasn't. That's never made clear. Did you ever see a gun? Did you see the bullet? The answer is a resounding no for both of those, so therefore I'm allowed to have my own assumptions. So don't come barking around here like some know-it-all. If you've got something to say, why don't you go on YouTube and make your own video? And you know what? I'll come comment on it, like this. Check and mate. Number 3, the city planning is well off. If it's your job to build a city or a location that's going to inhabit a load of people, there are 3 simple rules you need to follow. Number 1, it has to have the expected amenities, so a shop, a post office and a gym to smash and bash your guns. Number 2, it has to have houses, otherwise you're just going to be living in a homeless nightmare. Number 3, buildings at least have to be situated somewhat close to each other for convenience and to establish the theme of community. Clearly then, Far Cry doesn't give a shit about number 3. Look at this church. It is slap bang in the middle of nowhere. Not only is there not another building in sight for miles, but it seems to be located near a mountain range. How difficult are you trying to make all this? I would hate to live in this barren wasteland. No, wait. If I did move there, I wouldn't have to deal with all the idiots out there through the camera. I'm ringing Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed is shit. Damn it. Couldn't help myself. Number 2, hospitals are considered bad. Let's just return to that cover art for 1 second. See this chump here? Aside from looking like a waste of space, he has an important message written on his back. Sin ER. And I think we all know what this means. It means Hope County is a place where the medical profession and emergency rooms, or ER, have been outlawed. No longer can you get the care you need. You're out on your own, pal, so you better be damn careful. What? No, it doesn't say sinner, it says sin ER. No, it isn't. Hang on. Can you make sure you delete that? I'm gonna look really dumb. Number 1, it's a standalone experience. I think it's quite clear that Far Cry 5 is a sequel in number only. Unlike previous games where you played some dick kid that went abroad and had sex with the locals, or in other games where you contracted malaria, because who wouldn't want to do that in a video game, this doesn't seem to be connected to any of that at all. So therefore it stands to reason that Ubisoft has finally decided to move Far Cry 5 into new territory, but keep the name for the sake of marketing. I can understand that. If they called it Hicktown USA The Revenge, you may not be so inclined to check it out, but because it is called Far Cry 5, a name you recognise, all of a sudden you're a little bit interested. And that's it. There's no joke here. I'm obviously right. The words that came out of my mouth were obviously right because I'm always right. And on that note, I think that you're a stain on society. And given that I'm always right, I'll see you soon. Now I know you enjoyed that, so why don't you give a little something back to PCGamesN and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, and then go share it on your social network of choice.